Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to give you my top 8 things that you can do to get the most out of your walks. So we all know that walking is important. It's one of the best things we can do for our bodies. I've talked a lot about in recent weeks on some of my Instagram and Facebook pages about how walking can help with lower back pain. It's just as effective as some lower back stability exercising for 6 weeks. But really, walking is just a really natural thing that you can do for your body. It's not just moving your legs, it's moving your muscles, it's your joints, it's your skeletal system, it's your circulatory system, it's your cardiovascular system. So it's really challenging your whole body. And there was a study done in the Journal of the American Medical Association that looked at the possibility of using your walking speed, or your speed of your gait, as a good indicator of your longevity. And what they found was that people that aren't walking really well, or they struggle to walk, or they are walking really slowly, generally aren't in that good of health, and using your walking speed could be just as effective as doing a whole battery of tests like your blood pressure, BMI and all that sort of stuff. So it's more than just going out for a walk, and that's why I wanted to do this video. So I'm going to give you my top 8 tips on how you can get the most out of your walks, and hopefully if you're not walking you'll want to start, or if you are walking you'll try and implement a few of these, and hopefully you'll get some better results. So let's go and have a look at these. So tip number 1 is going to be walking at a brisk pace. We don't want to sort of dawdle and sort of muck around while we're walking. If we walk at a nice brisk pace, it's really going to activate the muscles a little bit better, really going to help work on strengthening up that lower back as well. So tip number 2 is to change the surface that you walk on. If we walk on the same flat surface all the time, it's not going to be that much of a challenge to our nervous system. So what we want to do is we want to walk on different surfaces. So walk on the concrete, and then on the grass, or on the sand, or on smooth rocks, or on the dirt. It's just really to challenge the system, get those proprioceptors firing, so that brain's really going to be challenged, and it's really going to get the most out of your walk. So tip number 3 is to wear as minimal shoes as possible. Now, I'm not going to get into the shoe debate in this particular video, but my main goal of this is to wear a shoe that's as flexible as possible, just to enable your feet to move as naturally as they would. I'll do a video in the future on shoes and all that sort of stuff, but for the sake of this video, wearing a shoe that's quite bendable and moldable is going to be best bet for your feet. The tip number 4 is to listen to music. There was a study done in the Journal of Exercise and Sports Psychology that looked at listening to music when people were walking, and they found that people that listen to fast tempo music, so this is 120 beats per minute or more, actually walked on average 15% longer than those that listen to no music. Now, I'm not sure if different types of music might enable you to walk longer as well, but it's definitely worth looking at. And of course, if you're listening to music and you've got your headphones in, you want to make sure that you're careful and be aware of your surroundings. We don't want any accidents when we're going for our walks. So tip number 5 is to track and then record your walks, your distances, your times, etc. There was a study done, and they looked at 2 groups. One group that tracked and then wrote down their walks, and another group that just tracked it but didn't actually write it down. And they found that those that actually wrote it down actually walked on average 15% more each day than the group that didn't. So the moral here is to make sure that you obviously track what you're doing, because that's really important, but also we want to make sure that we record it or write it down so that you can see how your progress is changing over time. Tip number 6 is to change the angle that you're walking on. So we don't always want to be walking on flat surfaces. It's ideal if we can change and walk up on an incline or a decline, to just change the way that our body's walking, change the emphasis on the different muscle groups. Now, and it's important to realise with this that if you do have back pain, walking uphill or downhill could be worse depending on the type of problem you have. So you need to make sure that you do have your problem diagnosed so that you can know which one to avoid. But if you do have back pain, try and stick with flat surfaces. But if you don't, and you are going for walks, make sure you walk uphill or downhill, just to really challenge your body and get the most out of your walks. So tip number 7 is to have a goal. Now, we all know about goals and how important they can be, but we want to make sure that we set a goal, and this will depend on the individual, obviously. But this might be to walk 5,000 steps or 10,000 steps. It might be to walk a half marathon or a 5-kilometer fun walk, whatever it is. Just write it down and have that goal so that you can have something to aim towards. So tip number 8 is to make sure that we walk with good posture. So we're going to make sure that our core's on, our chest is up, our shoulders are back and down, and our chin's back. Now when we're walking, we're in this nice good posture, so we're going to get the best with that respiration, going to get the most efficient gait, and we're just going to get the most out of your walk. So there you have my top 8 tips on how to get the most out of your walks. So hopefully, if you aren't walking, you're going to want to start walking. But if you are already going for regular walks, make sure you try and implement a few of these, and hopefully you'll just get some better results. Of course, if you've got any questions, please comment down below, and feel free to share this video with anyone that you think may benefit from it. But until next time, take care.